we don't take your huddled masses anymore. You come in here legally or you don't come at all. Plain and simple. Welcome back. Be sure to subscribe. Let's get right to it. First topic, Trump gave us an update on the Epstein and JFK file release. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
A lot of intrigue surrounding the release of the Epstein files, Martin Luther King files, John F. Kennedy files. Some current and former FBI agents are saying, some of them telling me, that they feel the FBI establishment came out ahead in the standoff sort of with the New York FBI field office over releasing the records, and your Attorney General Pam Bondi demanding them but not getting all that she wanted. Is that process still on track? I think that's one of the most often questions I've been asked the last couple of days, to release these records on Epstein, MLK, and JFK.
Well, Pam Bondi's done a phenomenal job in every respect. And there could have been some holdback. I haven't heard too much about it, but they could. But the bottom line is the records are getting out. The Kennedy records are getting out. Those are the ones I really wanted to see the most, were the Kennedys. And during my administration, as you know, I released a lot of them, but then a lot of people started coming in, people that I respected, people that worked for the administration, asked me not to release the rest. And I respected that. They gave me certain reasons, but I respected that. And I did say, I must tell you, I said that probably wish I did release the whole thing, because I have no idea what's in there. But since then they found, and we found 2,000 more documents on Kennedy. And the one they want most is Kennedy, and it's going to be released. It's moving along, and it's moving along pretty rapidly. It doesn't go that rapidly.
Weeks maybe, or longer?
I say weeks, yeah, I say weeks.
So I would say that this whole file release situation is probably the one blunder that Trump's had this whole administration, this whole second term, right? It's just been a little weird how it's been happening. I mean, it kind of seems like there's somebody behind the scenes in the administration who's trying to slow the release and maybe even make it not happen altogether. They have said that they're, keeping documents from them, which obviously, right? That's obviously happening. So I believe them in that situation. But yeah, this is the administration of transparency, right? So if there's somebody in the administration who's afraid of maybe somebody getting, exposed or whatever, and you're trying to get this to not happen, then yeah, you need to be removed immediately, because this is the administration of transparency, saving America, and just ending all the stupid bullshit that's trying to ruin America, right? So yeah, and this is a big step, putting these files out to make sure everybody knows, yep, that's what happened, hopefully we get the real story, but yeah, we need to know. Trump wants the people to know. He's already signed the orders to make it happen. He's set deadlines, so make it happen. What's going on here? The people want to know, and this is just, each day that passes becomes more and more like, hey, come on, we getting this, we not getting this, but yeah, it just needs to happen immediately, and if there's somebody in there who's trying to stop it, remove them, and let's get it going, right? Let's get it going. But all right, let's get to the next topic. Former CNN host Don Lemon thinks that black people basically can't be MAGA people. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
It's the same thing that when I see not all black Republicans, but I see a black MAGA person who is carrying Donald Trump's water and they know that he's lying. It is the shortest line to the front. Because if you're black and you're whatever, you're just in line with a bunch of other Democrats that are doing the same thing that you're doing. But if you become a black MAGA person, it's like, whoa, let's book this person, let's put him on television.
So you don't think you can be a sincere black MAGA person?
No, I just said, I don't think that, I just said, I think there can be sincere Republicans.
But you can't be a sincere black Republican?
I don't think that you can be a rational MAGA, be black and be a rational MAGA person. I think you can be black and be a Republican.
I think they would find that very insulting.
Well, I mean, the truth is often insulting.
Now, you got to remember, that is Don Lemon, and he is a former CNN host, and the guy's probably trying to get back on a network. So, yeah, obviously, there's some sort of, obviously, he's pandering to some sort of entity there. I doubt the guy even believes it. But see, this is the problem, right, in America. It's like I've said before, it's the perception problem. And when you have people like Don Lemon or just the whole mainstream media saying this type of narrative, people start believing it, right? And the people who only allow the mainstream media to dictate the way they perceive the world, you know, then that's where the divide comes, because all of a sudden now people start hating each other, because if you don't think Elon and Trump's Hitler, then, oh, you're just some sort of racist, you know, Nazi. But yeah, it's just, until people wake up and really start noticing that, oh yeah, my mind is basically being controlled, which I think the majority of the people who are listening to the mainstream media narrative these days are people basically with TDS and EDS, you know. But yeah, I think most people are waking up, and we're going to have a story later that will suggest that. But yeah, you know, don't be fooled by the whole narrative. The country's very, very aligned right now in where they want it to go, right? People know where Trump's killing it. They like what he's doing, obviously. I mean, everybody's liking what he's doing besides the TDS mainstream media folks. So just don't be fooled by any sort of that narrative. People are loving it. People are getting along, and the majority of America are in agreement that we're going in the right direction. But all right, let's get to the next topic. Trump deported 238 Tren de Aragua gang members the other day, and some weirdo judge tried to like stop the guy from tried to like make the planes come back to America and say it's like some judge did something to where he tried to, you know, get Trump to get the planes back, but basically they just went around it, claimed they were in international waters already, and the guy had no jurisdiction over that. So yeah, but it just goes to show you that the judges in America that are appointed to this type of stuff, they're just all corrupt, you know. There's a total we're taking Trump down, we're not going to do any of his what he wants type bullshit, and it's sickening, right? Because if that's the case, then America doesn't really exist, you know. If the judges don't have America's best interest in mind, and they're just bought and sold by some entity or some person, probably like a George Soros, you know, yeah, America will cease to exist, folks. So I don't get how anybody would not want 238 gang members removed from our country and sent back to some other country so they can deal with them. You know, thank you, El Salvador, for taking these people and putting them in your prisons, because we don't need them just being a burden on our taxpayer dollars. I mean, it gets pretty sickening too. If we got to put these people in prison and pay for that type of crap, you know? Right after the Biden administration just allows all these people in, now Trump's got to wrangle them back up and just spend all that money, right? If we would have just protected the border in the first place, like we're supposed to, because it's America, you know? We don't take your huddled masses anymore. You come in here legally or you don't come at all. Plain and simple. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. Are the Democrats basically going to cease to exist here in the next couple of years? I mean, they've reached an all-time new low in favorability. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Good morning. Welcome Inside Politics Sunday. I'm Manu Raju. First up this morning, a brand new exclusive CNN poll that paints a brutal reality for Democrats as they struggle to mount a unified opposition to President Trump. Americans' favorable views of the Democratic Party's brand are at a record low, just 29%. That's compared to 36% for Republicans. It is the lowest ever recorded for Democrats in CNN polling going back more than 30 years. As you can see, the party's numbers dropping a staggering 20 points in just 4 years. The CNN SRSR's poll also found 57% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning voters are more interested in seeing their party leaders stop the GOP agenda, compared to 42% who are more interested in cutting bipartisan deals. It is a big shift from where the party stood at the start of Trump's first term in 2017.
These people, they just refuse to break away from their narrative of, you know, they're the party of trans, Palestine, Ukraine. That's basically it. What else is the Democratic Party about these days than trans, Ukraine, and Palestine. And well, Hitler, and just calling everybody Hitler, right? Until they can actually break away from that narrative and tell everybody, yeah, we're done with that. We were wrong, like we're pivoting, right? Until they pivot, they're done. That number of favorability is just going to go lower and lower because people are overhearing about how men should be in women's sports, or, we got to fund Ukraine till the end and just for the next 10 years, or Palestine. No. We're done with that crap. We're sending the illegals away, obviously. And we're not going with any fake narrative anymore, folks. Okay? No BLMs, no COVIDs, no, you got to get a jab. See, that was all the Democrats, right? All the Democrats. And everything that ruined America the last 4 years was all the Democrats. You don't see anything of like, the Republicans, they're just for something that's so anti-American and just going to destroy America. That's just not how it is. And people are finally seeing it. The numbers are finally suggested. I mean, that's a CNN poll, folks. Frankly, I don't really trust any polls, but if it's a CNN poll telling you how terrible the Democrats are, it can at least be somewhat trusted. Frankly, I would assume the numbers are lower, even worse, and CNN's kind of bumping them up a little bit. But yeah, it is what it is. The Democrats, they're never going to win an election ever again. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.